Jamaica will receive $30 million from the United States to help strengthen the country's public health, security and economy. The announcement was made following a meeting between Prime Minister Andrew Holness and Vice President of the United States, Kamala Harris, at the White House on Wednesday.
The United States, and I'm announcing today, will be investing $20 million to assist in the strengthening and the expansion of Jamaica's commerce in a way that we fully intend will have an impact in strengthening the economy of Jamaica and drive economic growth.
Vice President Harris says the priority is on youth, with a strong focus on at-risk youth.
We are announcing now to provide $10 million to target at-risk youth in Jamaica through a number of initiatives that we believe will have exponential impact not only on the issue of crime prevention, but what we intend as well, which is to strengthen, as you have described, the natural human capital that exists in Jamaica among young people.
Harris, in brief remarks during a photo opportunity with reporters, noted her Jamaican descent and trips to the country in her childhood years as she welcomed Mr. Holness. Prime Minister Holness took the opportunity to highlight what her ascension to the post of Vice President means for the women of the Caribbean.
You have been a source of inspiration and great pride for many Caribbean people, in particular our young women in the region. And we are indeed seeing an increase in the political participation of young women, and this diversity in the political space will augur well for the region.
Mr. Holness shared that both countries must address the vulnerabilities that have been exposed because of the pandemic and other global developments.
In this regard, growth, infrastructure, human development, national security, and as noted, energy security are areas of priority. We believe these areas also coincide with the United States' interests in ensuring that the region is secure, peaceful, stable, and prosperous. We have presented an overall plan to secure Jamaica's prosperity and growth and have provided an outline on how our focused partnership with the U.S. can deliver on the promise of the great future that Jamaica envisions, particularly as we herald in our 60th year of independence.
Mr. Holness reaffirms Jamaica's support in redoubling efforts in tackling the illegal trafficking of weapons and persons, lottery scams, and other transnational crimes.
To address this in a decisive way, we are seeking to foster increased partnerships and collaboration on information and intelligence sharing, extradition, and other law enforcement efforts.
Wednesday's meeting commemorates the 60th anniversary of diplomatic ties between the countries. The Prime Minister is expected to meet with other high-level U.S. government officials, as well as have discussions with the diaspora before returning to Jamaica on April 3. For the news, I'm Carla Thomas-Hewitt.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness says he will be discussing possible partnerships in renewable energy, trade and investment during his working visit to Washington, D.C., United States. He says the visit is also aimed at reaffirming Jamaica's long-standing relationship with the U.S. in areas such as culture and security. He shared his plan during a television interview on the Great Day Washington morning show.
We want to talk about specific things such as security. There are issues within the region which we want to have our face-to-face and direct discussions on, particularly the inflow of illegal weapons into Jamaica and how we can work together to address that. And on the other side, to deal with issues of lottery scamming and so forth, which affects the United States heavily.
He also addressed questions regarding Jamaica's political future as it relates to calls for Jamaica to become a republic.
It is clear that there is an emerging sentiment in the country regarding what should be the organization of our state. And what we have done, our government, is to start that process. So it will eventually be, from everything that we've seen from the opinion polls, to what our our leading opinion makers have been saying. And my own personal view is that Jamaica will eventually become a republic, and we have started the process and the journey towards that.
Discussions on climate change are also on the agenda.
Jamaica has lovely beaches, small islands have lovely beaches, but there is an economy, and we are trying very hard to grow our economy, support our people, and contribute to the world.
The Prime Minister is expected to return to the island on April 3, 2022. During his absence, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of National Security, Dr. Horace Jang, will be in charge of government.